Hello and welcome to the Fake Sports League, where it's all statistics and no substance. We are back again for the second game in the first round of the playoffs. This is an exciting one. It's your number 3 seed Dragons taking on your 6th seed Frogs today. The Frogs might be a late addition to the playoff party, but do not count them out today. They came here to play ball. Frog season had a lot of ups and downs, but when the ups were up, the ups were up. Drew Park has been a force on offense, and Benny Bronk has been the best defender in the league. But on the other side, very similar build the Dragons have. Francesco Sage and Tobias Fonseca, each elite in their own category. That's why Benny Bronk and Drew Park, as well as Francesco Sage and Tobias Fonseca, were up for Best Duo of the Year awards and our FSL awards this season. Winner of this game will take on the Phantoms in the Final Four. I'm so excited for this matchup. I know y'all are too. This is going to be a battle of defenses here. And one of the best defenders in the league, Tobias Fonseca, the first rounder out of Garden View University, has been absolutely electric for the Dragons today. Dragons wearing their alternate uniforms today just to make things a little bit more visually clear. But Tobias was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. The winner of that award, Frogs defender Benny Bronk. This is going to be a revenge game for Tobias Fonseca, and this is going to be a business trip for Benny Bronk. The defender out of Birchwood State has been absolutely electric. If there's one word that you can describe Benny Bronk with, it's consistency. This guy shows up to every single game and is a game changer, and probably the reason the Frogs are in the playoffs today. All right, the time has come and the time is now. The energy is electric here in Dragon Stadium, and I am so excited to announce your playoff starters and kick off this playoff match. Your number 3 seed Dragons on offense, Francesco Sage, Keith Fraley, Xavier King, and then Tobias Fonseca, Joel Masons, and Adrian Brown. Their opponent today, the Frogs, it's Drew Park, Mike Pope, and Gary Black, Benny Bronk, Long Mosley, and DeAndre Boyd. And time starts now. DeAndre Boyd with a quick turnover and passes it out to Mike Pope, who scores. The Frogs are on top, starting things out 0-1, and another turnover, Benny Bronk this time. But the Frogs can't capitalize on that one. Francesco Sage gets the sword for the Dragons, but Drew Park and Francesco Sage go back and forth. It's tied up 2-2 with 40 seconds on the clock. DeAndre Boyd gets another turnover for the Frogs, but Xavier King finishes for the Dragons. The Frogs offense hitters out there at the end. 3-2 the score stands, and we are halfway through this playoff matchup. Dragons score again in the largest lead of the night, but the Frogs keep it close. 4-3, 5-3 now. Francesco Sage with 4 points already, and a turnover for Benny Bronk here, and a capitalization. 2 points for Drew Park, and the Dragons get right back at it. 5 points for Francesco Sage, but another turnover for the Frogs, and another capitalization. It's 6-5. The Frogs keep snagging turnovers, and that's what's keeping them in this game. 7-6, 2 seconds left. Can the Frogs send us to overtime? No, time runs out, and that will be the game. What an electric matchup today. 7 points for the Dragons that escape the Frogs' grasp. 7-6, 1 point difference will send the Frogs home today. 5 points for Francesco Sage, and the Dragons are on to the Final Four. There were no turnovers for any of the Dragons defenders. If it's any solace to the Frogs fans, Benny Bronk defends his title with 3 turnovers today, but it just wasn't enough on offense to get it done. Dragons going to have to tighten up defensively if they're going to want to take on the Phantoms. Let's take a look at your bracket now. Only 4 teams remain. That's the Sharks, Mystics, Phantoms, and Dragons. These are your most elite teams in the FSL this season. Your next matchup, Sharks versus Mystics, will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and your Dragons will be on the road next Friday to take on the Phantoms. Who do you have in the FSL Season 3 Championship finale? Fun fact, the Sharks have made an appearance in every single FSL championship so far, but the Mystics are going to be tough to beat. Make sure you tune in on Tuesday at 8/7 Central to check out all the action. That's about it from me in the booth. Thank you so much for tuning in to this official FSL broadcast, and a big thank you to all the viewers from the FSL.